Hey, welcome everybody. Hey, all, welcome. Come on in. This is the Stick of This show's poetry recap of the week. Hey, Sunny. Hey, Kimmy. Um, give some people time to filter in. Let my show start on the live stream on my side too. Wanted to do something a little new, a little different. Um, going to read through the poems of the week. Um, so one, so that I have them, but also so everyone else can hear them. And I'll be able to put out some clips of the poems for everyone on recaps and things like that. Good to see you, Susan. Um, welcome, everyone. So it's been a busy week. Um, Let me get to some of the poems this week. And we'll start with Mondays because it's been a busy week and, why not? Why not just have a little bit of relaxation? What was Monday? The 29th, maybe? 28th. Mhm. We're actually going to start this week's poems for Sunday rather than for Monday. You need a darker background so we can see the print. Oh, while you're watching the video, um, one of the things that I found, I'll start wearing a black shirt. I think that's why people do that, to be totally honest. But one of the things I found is if you actually swipe it into picture mode, you can see it in whichever corner of your screen you want, and you'll have your text show up black. Um, I I will start taking poem offers at some point. I'm starting to get into the groove of it. So Elizabeth, um, DM me about a poem if you've got one. Oh, it's in the sky. It's too light. Oh, well, well, Sunny. Um, damn it. You know, we'll have to deal with it today. Can't turn off the sun tonight. Hold on. Does that actually help? How's that, Sunny? Is that better? Awesome. Thank you. See, this is why I love the chat. You guys are awesome. You gals are awesome. You ladies, you others, sisters and brothers, whatever we want to call ourselves. Everyone is welcome here. Oh, there's my life. Okay. Now I can actually, ooh, before I knock my thing over. Now I have the, now I have the chat. Let me get the poems up. Okay. All right. So this week I did so today is going to be some poetry reading. I'm just going to read this week's poems. Um, Nothing special to it other than that. I may talk a little bit about each one. Try and get it so my head blocks the sun a little better. Um, and so I may talk a little bit about each one as I read them. But other than that, it's really just going to be about the poems tonight. So overall, it's actually broken down into two sets, though. So the first half are the haikus from earlier in the week. They're the civic haikus, and it's a set called, or that starts with foundations, then actions, then engagement, and purpose. Um, if you can tell, there's a bit of a theme on what I think civics is about. So we'll start with the first, which is foundations. So, foundations, a civic haiku. Civic foundation, tend her soil, prune our tree. New growth springs from care. So that's part one. Next, we'll go on to part two, which is called Actions, a civic haiku. Civics is action. Clear her roots, guide our new growth. Care reaps yields unknown. That was part two, actions. Next, we're going to do part three. May pause for a second. I don't know if y'all can hear um, it going overhead, but there's a plane going over me, so I'll just wait for a moment. Unfortunately, I live in a semi part of a flight path, and you know, apparently all the pilots have decided they want to go slightly outside of the flight path every day and ruin our days. You know, just because they can. Okay. So the next one is engagement, a civic haiku, number three. Civic engagement. Seeds grow from local support. Actions springing forth. That was part three, engagement. And then finally, we have part four, which is purpose, a civic haiku, number four. Civics is purpose, rising to ward off the wolves, drive back howling dark. And that was part four, purpose. So that completes the first half of this week's poems, which were the civic haikus, foundations, actions, engagement, and purpose. I'll drop. I'll drop some links in the chat. Foundations. And then once we're done with these ones, oh, that was the wrong thing to do. I closed the wrong window. Sorry, everyone. Close my chat window, which kind of sucks. Okay, nobody type anything. I'm joking. Please feel free. There we go. Okay. So I don't know if I already put that one, but actions, engagement, purpose. Welcome, bathrobe guy. Welcome, my robed friend. It's good to see you. Good to have you here with us. Kimmy, Susan, everyone who's here, Sunny. Thank you all for showing up, by the way. I appreciate everyone for coming in. Let me get the next two opened up. Okay. Or, sorry, the next three opened up. So the next three are all sonnets. And so I'm working on, hey, Sin, welcome. I'm working on a series of works with Frederick Pogue and Lawrence Winterman. And the three of us have been talking a lot about the importance of um, civics. And this is one of the reasons I've moved into a bit of a civic focus um, with my poetry. And if you'll notice in two of the next three poems, so we have Yet We Rise and Stand for Integrity. These are the first in a set of civic poems. The third one that I'm going to read is a separate. Um, and we'll talk about that one after. But the first two, Yet We Rise and Stand for Integrity, are sonnets. And inside of them, you'll also notice there's an image, which I don't normally put extra stuff within the post, but these ones I thought was important is I added an image to them for the acronym RISE that we've been working on, which stands for Restoring Integrity, Service, and Ethics. Um, and I think most people have probably heard me say it by now, and talk about those things and use those words, or even use the acronym. So I wanted to incorporate them into some poetry too, to begin our usage. And so I hope y'all enjoy. So this first one is Yet We Rise. Everything Trump touches dies, yet we rise, rising from the ashes, reborn from flame. Flames now alight, clear dust, adjust our eyes. Eyeing ashes of old, no more the same. Restoring integrity with action. Actionable service lets ethics bloom. Blooming ethics, it's a chain reaction. React as one, the darkness we consume. Consume the dark, let our flames guide the way. Weighing our might, see clear, we know. Darn it. The dog started barking. I'm going to restart that one only because my dog started barking in the middle and I want to get a good audio of it for me too. Um, and so y'all get it uninterrupted. Just give me a sec. Okay. Got my dogs back. It's near their dinner time and they're frustrated at me. So we're going to finish up the poetry for the day and then we'll go off. Just a short one. Um, so let's get back into this one. And so first we have sonnet number one, which is Yet We Rise. Everything Trump touches dies, yet we rise, rising from the ashes, reborn from flame. Flames now alight, clear dust, adjust our eyes. Eyeing ashes of old, no more the same. Restoring integrity with action. Actionable service lets ethics bloom. Blooming ethics, it's a chain reaction. React as one, the darkness we consume. Consume the dark, let our flame guide the way. Weighing our might, see clear, we know what's right. Rightly, we rise as one. Here we will stay, staying our might, prepared with our torchlight. Lighting the way, rising, we all say no. Knowing the way, rising, we all must go. That was sonnet number one, Yet We Rise. Next, we're going to go to our second in the civic sonnets, which is Stand for Integrity. Civics is engagement with a purpose. Purposely act, you rise to stand up tall, taller than hate, shedding off the targets. Targeting back, you rise, stand for the call. Calling us all, stand for integrity. It's integral to rise, for we are wise. Wiser service we wait expectantly, expecting change to rise. We, free of lies. Lying always, we shred straight through the hate. Hateful no more to rise, ethics take hold, holding a line, push back the storm, abate, abating rage to rise, ethically bold. Bolder we are, arising from the flame. Bolder are we, powering in our claim. That was Stand for Integrity and sonnet number two for the civic sonnets. I'm going to try and keep up with the chat a little bit now for a second as we take the final sonnet, and I will make sure if I didn't drop them already. Okay, so I dropped those ones already. Those are the two civic ones so far. There will be more in all of these. So this is just the beginning. In the end, I'd really actually like to put them all into a book, and not just on Substack. So eventually look out for that, but we've got a ways to go. We've got plenty of poetry to write. Um, and then this final one, Sunny and I chatted back and forth. Um, Thanks, Susan. I appreciate that. Um, Leslie, you said civics is standing up for dot 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 dot. It's standing up for each other, for community. It's remembering that democracy is a communal sport and a communal game, and we civics is us being engaged in ethical and um, service oriented ways. Um, and we build those on integrity and trust. Um, so this final one, this one's fun. Is yesterday during the daily whatever with Winterman and Dana Dubois. Um, there was a on their show, one of the lines came out, which inspired this poem. It's the first line of the poem. Um, and it's about the big bullshit ballroom that is being built and the $200 million that our administration is spending on just wasted shit. And they tore up the Rose Garden, and now they're building this giant, ugly ballroom. So Sunny and I had a little bit of a chat this morning in the comments about it. And so this one is I've called a broken sonnet. Um, because I broke apart a little bit or I broke down the middle stanza, and didn't finish each 10 syllable segment of it. And I left them sort of open ended, but I also organized them separate of each other. And I hope y'all enjoy. So this one's a little bit different, and also I'm a little pissed off because they're taking away our healthcare and everything else, and they're building a $200 million fucking ballroom that looks like a giant penis and is a waste of our money. So that being said, I hope everyone enjoys our final poem tonight, which is Why Have a Ballroom? Why have a ballroom when you have no balls? Ballless and cold, those walls glitter with gold. Golden yet dull, those ivory white halls. Hollow dead walls, those halls shimmer from cold. Coldness seeps in, heartless. Coldness sinks in, darkness. In dark, we rise. In heart, we rise. Rising once more, reach for, restore the light.